afternoon. We are here with Beth. And Beth, why don't you give the students an introduction on who you are?
Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Beth Harhai. I'm head of sales here at AMN Healthcare. I head up the Physician and Leadership Solutions team. And all that means is I have a sales organization, a whole bunch of people that are out there to help make our clients super successful.
Perfect. Why don't we start off, Beth, by telling the students, what is the first job you had and how did you get hired?
Yeah, great question. My first job, besides babysitting, that I hope everyone has had a chance to do, is I actually worked at McDonald's. So when I look back, it was really probably one of my most favorite jobs. And the reason why is because I was working in drive-through with all of my friends and we had such a great time. So while we were doing, a lot of service work, of course, waiting on people and solving their problems and getting them their food in a timely manner, we really did work as a team to, especially during some of the busy times. But it was also a great way for us to make really neat connections with all the people that were there in the restaurant. So while again, sometimes you think, oh, fast food, I mean, the amount of people that I made connections there was just really unbelievable.
That's wonderful. What did you learn from your first job, positive or negative, and what are some of those skills that maybe you brought forward into your current position?
Yeah, so what I learned is I really did enjoy working with a team. So again, in a restaurant, there's not one person behind the scenes that is going to make it happen. It really takes a team. It's the front people taking the orders, it's the back people making the food, and then it's the baggers and everyone getting the food ready. So it really does take a team. So what I learned is I really enjoyed working with teams and really understanding what the manager's role was as well at the restaurant and what they had to do every day to make sure that we were successful in being able to get the food to everyone at the right time. So I also learned how to handle, really challenging customer complaints, which in sales and in the restaurant business, often happens. Where people are not happy with the service or the food or whatever else, the price that they're paying. And again, it still holds true today that those are many of the same challenges that customers are facing today.
Great. So obviously we know that your first job is not the field you're in today. So why did you change fields?
Yeah, well, I look at it as after college, I really went out to say, hey, what was the right fit for me? I ended up, my very first job out of college was a fundraiser. So as a fundraiser for a hospital, my job was to go out and raise money so we can help provide services and care to those who could not afford it. So that to me was really some of the prepped me for some of the best sales conversations that I've had really in my life, asking people to make a really large donation for their local community hospital. So that's how I fell into healthcare, is that I really was compelled to rally behind the mission, is that hospitals are really there to serve a purpose in a community and serve those that can afford as well as those that can't. And they really do a huge and solve a huge problem for the health of our communities.
Great, thank you. And maybe in closing, Beth, why don't you give the students some advice? They're in that time in their life where they're trying to decide what's next.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so as far as advice, again, not that I want to go back to McDonald's, but what I will say is it's so important that, even at the most challenging times, when you're faced with a lot of customer complaints, that you still maintain and understand really what is the root of the issue that the customer is challenged with, and being able to never burn a bridge, despite how angry or upset that you could get at a particular customer or a manager, that it's really important to keep those relationships whole and solid and treat others as you would want to be treated yourself. So that is my message. I wish all of you well and thank you for this opportunity and good luck.
Thank you, Beth.